So a while back, I created these scrunchies for my online shop, which is noels.place, and I'll put a link down in the description below if you're interested in supporting me by shopping from me. I would really appreciate it, but you don't have to. All you have to really do to support me in any way is just subscribe and share this video. That'd be great. And also leave a like and a comment, it's little things. So in today's nail look, I wanted to do something inspired by these scrunchies, and this is kind of like a little series that I want to turn these into. So on screen obviously are all the things that I'm going to be using in this video. Go ahead and screenshot that if you need them, and we're going to dive in. So I actually tried this time to edit the video to make a little bit more sense to me, at least, with each nail design. So this would be the thumb, and then I'll go with the pointer finger, the ring finger, the middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, etc. So we're working on our thumbnail right now. And as with most of my previous sets, I always jump in with like no plan whatsoever. And if you hear anything in the background, it's because I'm home with my in-laws and they obviously make noise. So I wanted to do like a basic French tip with the nail today, and I wanted to do a gingham pattern that is reminiscent of the gingham scrunchie. So this was definitely a new design element for me. I'd never tried anything like this before. I'm still not comfortable doing French tips, but how are you supposed to improve if you don't practice? So I tried my best here to do the French tip on this thumb, and I just kept trying and trying, and I think it might also have to be with whatever brush that I'm using. I'm using like a really inexpensive set from AliExpress, so it's just not the best. So I think at one point I even maybe cut the video, but I maybe didn't. I might have finished this French tip off screen, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But I tried my best here to just get the shape correct, and I think I just did that off screen. So yeah, it's perfect now. So I also think I perfected these stripes off screen as well, but I just wanted to show you how I was doing them. Gingham patterns obviously are just like horizontal and vertical lines, but to also accentuate the midpoint where those vertical and horizontal lines meet, I used a dotting tool to add a little bit more dimension where they intersect. And you're going to see that here in like 2 seconds. So like I said, I tried to perfect the stripes. I did the vertical stripes first, cured them, did the horizontal stripes, cured them, and now we're using our dotting tool here. And I feel like the outcome was the best I could get, really. If you have another way of doing gingham stripes, I would love to know. If maybe I'm just, I don't know, doing it too hard. Am I doing it on hard mode? I don't really know. But for this one too, I just felt like it needed a little something extra. Like, yeah, the gingham's cute, but why not add some pearls? So I did a little pearl action here across the base of the French tip. I'm not really sure if this has like a name for this design, but let me know again in the comments below if there is a design for this. So I'm just using my tool here and adding some of the little pearl accents, and I thought this nail was really, really cute after it was all said and done. And there was like 2 pearls that wouldn't come apart for me, so I was like, well, fine, we'll just add you to the end here and just be done with it. And my phone just buzzed, and I don't know why my phone buzzed. Oh, that would be my bank. So anyway, I love the finished product here. I think it's really, really cute. I'm using the McCart rhinestone gel here, of course, as most people do, and I just really like the effect. So for the pointer finger, I never really had anything super in mind whenever I do these things. Of course, I'm just going in with my base coat here, a rubber base, and it's just blue rubber base, just to go with the theme here. And I think this one turned out to be a gradient. I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't care for this nail that much, but I also was like not sure what I was going to do. And I think this one ended up being kind of interesting because I didn't want it to be just a gradient, so I wanted to add a little bit of texture at the end, which, spoiler alert, you will see here in like a little bit. I thought I sped up this footage, but I guess maybe I didn't speed it up as much as I thought. And I have a lot of these like cheap sort of glitter gels that I've just been meaning to try and figure out like every set that I do, I've been trying to incorporate these glitter gels into like all of them. So I'm like, oh, fine, we'll just do like a gradient French tip here. So that's what we have here. And then I was like, oh, let's do some textured nails. So I got my Macart rhinestone glue here, and on a brush, as you can see, I just add it to the brush and just did some little swoops. I really didn't know what else to do because I didn't want just, a basic gradient, glitter gradient. I wanted something. And I was like, you know what? Let's go a little bit, let's go like a step further. And we'll add like, what is it? Some of these little caviar beads, if I could manage. And also if my camera decides that it actually wants to focus, which it never does. So that's what we did for our pointer finger. Now for our middle finger, same sort of vibe. We're still gonna do like a gradient here, but instead of like adding caviar beads, I did try to do a textured sort of situation again, but make it look like water, make it look like waves. So that's what we ended up doing with this nail. And instead of glitter, I think I just did a basic gradient with 2 different colors of blue, and we got the light blue on top and the dark blue on the bottom. And so that's what we did with this one. Of course, it didn't look like it was turning out when I was starting to do it, but after I got everything cured and stuff, it looked fine. It just, I don't know, something about, sometimes I feel like when I do one set and I try to do the same thing with a different set, like this technique here with that gradient brush, I don't know why, it just wasn't working today. And also I think I was using my stamper for, I can't remember if it was this nail or if it was a different nail. It might have been this nail. My stamper, the like makeup spongy stuff was floofing off onto the nail, and so I had to clean the nail off, and it was just wasn't having a good time. But we got there. Yeah, see? Yeah, it was just, I just wasn't having a good time with this one. And it felt like I kept adding coat after coat after coat of like blue, trying to get this gradient the way I wanted it, and it just wasn't working. So finally we get to the fun part, which was adding all of the rhinestone glue and getting the swoops in. I had a lot of fun with this. I really think I do like adding like abstract sort of stuff to my nails because it's easy, but also like monotonous, and I don't know, I just really liked how that one turned out. So I wanted to do yet another French tip, and this one was going to be a little bit of an easier French tip because I was just going to do like a basic nude with, I believe, just whatever glitter gel that I used before, and just really simple, easy, classy looking. And it got me excited for when I do an emerald green nail, which I will be doing eventually, especially for the holiday season, because I'm pretty sure that I have an emerald green or maybe I don't have an emerald green polish. Do I need to get an emerald green polish? I think I need to get an emerald green magnetic polish because I have like an idea for like really pretty like green velvet nails. And well, if you like that idea, stay tuned. Remember to subscribe down below. So this one was a lot easier. I had an easier time doing this French tip, and I think it's because of the glitter not creating such a harsh, edge. So I just had a lot of fun with this. Again, with the Macart rhinestone glue, just making some more designs. And I just thought that one was fine. It was fine. I liked it. I just wanted to make sure that this whole design was cohesive and stuff. So for the last nail, I wanted to do another French tip. But this one was like not a reverse, but a color tip. Not a color tip. The base is colored, but we're still doing a white French tip. And yep, just going with my basic blue here. My basic blue it's just regular polish, and I mix it with a gel mixer to make the nail polish into a gel, which is great. The only thing is you have to build it up layer by layer because it does end up being a little bit translucent because of course you're not watering down, but you get what I'm saying. You're basically muting that pigment. So it's not too bad though. Like it definitely works really, really well. You don't have to like wait around for the polish to dry. It's just, I don't know, I really like it. It makes my life easier. So after all was said and done, I think I had an easier time doing this French tip than the thumb. And I think because I started off with like a little V, and then I just started, filling it in, and I was like, okay, am I just like overthinking this French tip? Because I think top coat fixes everything. I think it blurs out your imperfections, and I think I was just, thinking too far ahead of myself. And so for this one, I did want to do a cuticle accent. So I got my pearls out and I did a little cuticle accent nail, and I thought it was really cool. I really, really like the cuticle accents. I think, honestly, these are probably my favorite ones to do just because they look like kind of classy. I don't know, they're my favorite. What do you guys think? So the whole set ended up being really, really, really cute. And I love like the sort of picnic, but also like beach picnic vibes, I guess you could say it is. But I really, really enjoyed this, and I thought it was really fun. And this is the kind of nail shape that I would actually wear. Like, I'm definitely like a square girly. And here they are on my nails. I love them so very much. And I don't know. I don't know what it is about this set. I'm not even like a fan of blue. I used to love blue when I was a kid. Blue was one of my favorite colors. But I've since grown into pink. But anyway, here is a close-up of each individual nail. Tell me which one you guys like in the comments below. Which one would you change? Would you have a whole set of one of these? Let me know. And maybe we'll try that sometime. Maybe I'll try to be brave and do a full set of like just one design. But for now, I'd like to do a whole set of different designs because it's kind of fun. But here is the set along with my scrunchie. I think it works so well. Look how pretty they complement each other. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you next time. Bye.